Everybody prophesying, calling tops, calling bottoms. Me, I wait, I let it prove it. Confirmation over prediction. I don't guess where it's going, I just wait till it show me. Prophets calling tops, but the future don't owe me. Prediction is a prayer that the ego like to whisper. Confirmation is the proof, and the proof make me richer. I ain't married to a bias, I ain't wed to a lean. Let the candle close the story before I trust what I seen. They forecasting feelings, I'm just reading the tape. Structure, trigger, alignment, then I'm shaping my shape. The C in the stack is the line I don't skip. Confirmation the trigger, keep the discipline grip. You can call it for it happen, be a hero for a day. What the market don't reward you for the guess, just to play. I don't swing at a shadow, I just wait
For the light,
let it prove and let it show it, then I
strike when it's right.
confirmation
Over prediction,
over prediction.
over prediction.
No prophecy, just proof. That's the discipline.
I don't guess it, I confirm it, then I ride.
Confirmation,
Over prediction,
structure first every time. Fortune tellers go broke on the futures, they assume I let the setup mature. Before I enter the room, prediction want you early, want you wrong, and want you loud. Confirmation keep you patient, keep you humble in the crowd. They chase the prophecy, I just chase the proof. Ego want the glory, but the discipline want truth. Read the chart, not the news, not the guru, not the fear. Wait for the confirmation, make the picture come clear. Sean told me trust the trigger, not the feeling in the chest. You don't rush a root, let it simmer for the rest. I don't need to know the future, I just need it confirmed. Every loss that I ever took was a prediction unearned. Now I sit on my hands till the market show its hand. Cold as the canyon, that's the wolf. Understand,
don't predict it,
what?
don't predict it,
Confirm it,
don't predict it.
keep discipline,
Wait for the trigger,
then I win.
wait for the trigger.
Last one, I ain't never met a prophet stay rich. Guessing is a habit that'll bury you quick. I traded the crystal ball for a rule and a plan. Confirmation over prediction, that's the wolf's command. Confirmation,
Over prediction,
I don't guess I'll wait.
I confirm.
Structure first,
Don't rush a rule.
keep discipline, stay stacked up. You look strong from where you standing. That's the point. Price grinding up and everybody comfortable. Green on the screen, make a man feel invincible. Candle left a candle, ain't a soul selling nothing. The calmest part of the tape is right before something they calling the strength. I'm looking at the fuel, every stop above the top is a seat at the table. Supply, sitting quiet with the lights turned off. Or the block over here, but you don't see the wall. I ain't chasing it, I ain't calling it. I'm standing at the level while you falling in.
Higher, higher,
Nobody breathing,
higher, higher.
somebody leaving.
That's a weak high.
They ain't built that for you to get rich, they built it for you to get hit.
That's a weak high.
Everybody long at the top of a track.
Whoa!
Don't guess I
Whoa! That don't supposed to be playing. Let's go to this hip hop lo-fi over here, man. I hope y'all having a fantastic Friday. Hopefully y'all caught that sweep on Meta. Now I got about 5 good tickers now. I need some more. Okay, MUBE. Okay. I got you. Man, I'm over here exposing the juice, man. Gigi, how you doing? Manny, how you doing? Sherelle, how you doing? Soon Free, how you doing? Who else in here? Marcy, I see you. Need that caffeine. Starbucks, hey. I tell you, man, you barely got some sleep. I went to work a little later today, so. And that's when I realized. I got 7 tickers so far. Y'all got any more? I go look up some. I'm gonna put Apple in here. The Apple is at top play right now. We're gonna go Velo for energy. Could go Velo and MPC. Hopefully, hey, I appreciate it. I'm wet. I don't know what they did. That's alright. I just got to go up though. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start since we already here, man. But yeah, I hope everybody have a fantastic Friday. BRT? Ooh, easy. Hey, so recording. Oh yeah, all my stuff stays on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch this right back. Bye bye. Boom. Hey, ANET came into the discount zone today, man. Oh my. All right, so let me start at SPY. I'm going to heavy. Actually, I'm gonna make it a dashboard so y'all can see what it looks like. So yeah, indicator I'm building that I'm still working on. It's called the levy. So you know when the levy breaks, you already know that it's too late at that point. So I'm making it a regime shift indicator. So it tracks the regime shift midday and in the long term. So it got 2 modes. All right, NVO. Oh, I got Velo. Bet. All right, so I'm gonna start with SPY. Am I at 15 yet? 13. 2 more. Hey yo. All right, 1 more. And the winner is Dale. Boom. All right, we locking it down. All right. So we gonna go through all 15, and then once y'all see the best setups, I'm gonna put out a poll, and then y'all vote on the top 5 tickers that we do trade plans on. That way, it'll cut down from the 2-hour streams and all of that, because I don't want to get fussed at. I mean, I just walked right in the house, so I don't want to get fussed at. All right, so we're gonna start off with SPY first. From the monthly perspective, we're still holding the WTMA, so that is a good sign. Looks like we want to put in another higher low, but we'll see. Looking at the week, we are trading under the WTMA, but above the 12 EMA. So, I mean, that's good, but usually trading under the WTMA on the weekly for a prolonged time, it's precedent to these kind of moves to the downside. So we could easily, you know, just keep trading sideways a little bit and then drop to this change of character level, which is 697. So be on the lookout for that. If we have a flash crash that prolongs for more than, you know, a week or two. Crash. I'm putting air quotes on that. All right. So this is so I was talking to Sean about this today. So anybody in the chat, what do you see that's special with the 12 EMA on the daily SPY chart? I just want to see if my wolves know. My stackers. The 12 EMA on the daily. That's all. That's what we gonna focus on. Okay, it's shallow. Okay. The wick. Okay. That's another one. Candle close below. Okay, you getting warmer. You getting warmer. I think Manny gonna get it though. He right there. And I'm not gonna say what it. Okay. I'm not gonna say what it is. Okay. Pay attention to this. Y'all see it now? Y'all saw it? You see it? So we're about to have a 12 EMA and WTMA cloud crossover. We all know what that means. Every time it crosses that, you know, you get those super exaggerated moves. So we definitely got a daily bearish arc confirmation with a reclaim of the 12 EMA to the downside. That's almost pairing up with a 12 EMA WTMA cloud crossover, which would be that would be crazy if you know, be still getting calls in something right now on the overall SPY. So be on lookout for that, because if we do get this crossover, it's gonna be nasty, and you gonna try to buy calls, you're gonna get smoked. So please don't. Actually, I'm gonna move this over here. No, I'll just make it back to the strip model. Yeah, I do that, so it's out there. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to QQQ. Looking at that monthly candle. So as you can tell, the QQQ on the month is getting way more of a shellacking than the other indices, because, you know, when wartime, you know, any volatility hits, you know, the high beta tech tickers, they take the brunt of the move. So their moves will be a little more exaggerated than the rest of the equity. So QQQ on the month is still holding the WTMA and the signal line, and it's retesting the fair value gap right now. So it didn't even breach the fair value gap, because the bottom of this wick for the previous month candle started at 686.33, and we literally came down, tapped that level, and popped back up. So we haven't dug into the fair value gap yet. Now, this weekly chart, fresh bearish arc with a 12 reclaim, but we bounced off the WTMA cloud. I mean, that's decent, and we bounced off the previous month low as well. So right now, QQQ is in a position to either bounce up, consolidate a little bit, or drop to the lower band of this WTMA cloud, which is at around 656. Can you please speak to the day trader versus swing perspective also on the tickers? Okay. Let me turn that music down. I forgot. I gotta lower it. Definitely don't want to be yelling. Are you talking about the the indices in particular, or you want to talk about the equities over here? Which one? Because from the macro sense, on the monthly, you're bullish. But if you like any lower time frame, weekly, you're now bearish since we just reclaimed the 12 with the bearish arc. So we can just keep, trending on down in the short term. And then once, we keep going down on the weeklies, this will start to curl down. And then we'll have a full stack of bearish activity. And QQQ is in a tedious spot to be, hanging out at, because you can see over here that the VRVP is very, very aggressively tapered off. So if we lose this previous month low right here, which is this WTMA cloud, we can free fall and everything will be on discount. The move, basically, which are the best or top 2 to 3 time frames to consider per day trade. Okay. I tell you what, Meta was the one today. I can tell you that much. All right, looking at the daily. So basically, we just did a sell side sweep. We came to the bottom of this demand, which is a one day demand trigger. Reached the bottom of it, tapped the bottom of it at around 686, 76, and then pop right back up. This is what you want to see out of, tickers that are, fighting for their life. But notice that what I pointed out on a SPY, actually I pointed this out last week, that I was saying that we had a flat, WTMA with the 12 combination with the WTMA cloud, crossing over. So we just go back to 5 days. You'll see the same, like right here. I said we was at a pivot point there. If we break below that, we can come down pretty easy. So this is the same pattern that SPY is in almost, except that it's not as flat. So once SPY breaks this same pattern, it could just drop down like QQQ did, but not as aggressive. So from the daily perspective, we got a successful sell side sweep. So we either bounce from here and go up, or if we lose this same level of 686, 76, we'll just come down to this 200, which is at around 663 to 662 or 661. I don't day trade QQQ. My fellow comrade Pretty Hustle does. I can definitely point you in her direction. She is a genius on the Q charts. IWM, it's decent. It's holding the WTMA still on the monthly, so no real worries about that. Just know when they talk about rate cuts and all of that stuff, IWM will be affected the hardest. So if they say we come out with a hike, even though it came out cool this week, but if it ever comes out and say, hey, we're gonna prepare for a tax hike, I say a tax hike, a rate hike, that's when we gonna see IWM start to get cooked. That's when you see stocks like BE, Credo, stuff like that. Sterling, you'll see those starting to get hammered real hard because there are smaller companies that need to borrow money. All right, let's look at the weekly. So we are inside the WTMA. That's fine, considering the fact that it is like weak city right here. There you go. N5, how you doing, man? Hope you're having a blessed Friday. So we're going over the indices right now, and then we're going to move into equities. Since you weren't here, I'll give you the chance to drop a ticker that's not on this list over here, and I'll go over it. Then I'm gonna continue until I see it. And then so for the weekly on IWM, we kind of wicked off of this trend line that I had already drew. So that's a pretty good sign that, you know, IWM is still holding up, but we are approaching a bearish arc on the weekly time frame. And as you can see, if you observe from, you know, QQQ and SPY, you know, these are leading right now. So IWM is like, you know, the lesser move index. So you don't have to really worry about it like just plummeting out of nowhere unless, you know, rate hikes come up. But I will say on the daily time frame, oh, I can delete this now. It held, yeah, it didn't hold it, so I can delete that. The WTMA, the 12 and the WTMA cloud is about to have a crossover. So you already know what we're going to be looking for now is a downside move to either this previous week low or a sell side sweep around. Let's see. Yeah, right around here. What's this? 290. I mean, that's only 3 points away, but once it comes down here, it'll make an aggressive move back up, which it already did in the first half of today. Since it gapped down and it made an aggressive move back up. So that move can repeat, or, you know, since we're so tightly woven here, the 4 hour, it can just keep going up or a buy side sweep later. DIA on the monthly, I mean, it ain't looking that sweet for DIA, honestly. So far, the candle looks like a top, but we don't call tops in our community. We just let the chart tell us. So as we get to these lower time frames, it'll tell us if it's a top or not. I do want to see if Loop Apex is retracing yet. Oh, okay, it's not retracing yet. So there's that. All right, on the weekly, holding the 12 pretty good. For the ones who don't know, the 12 is this dynamic blue and red cloud. So when it's red, you're clearly in a downtrend, and then when you're in an uptrend, you know, it's blue. So just for simplification purposes. So we're still holding 12 EMA, so that's good on the weekly. EIA on the daily, we had a bearish arc confirmation. Well, the bearish arc I had already occurred 3 or 4 days ago. I think that's Monday. Yeah, Monday. Monday right here was the arc candle. And now we're just right here distributing. This is not accumulation. So if we were, you know, inverted, where is this invert? So if we were inverted, all of us would be like, oh man, we're going up. But since now it's inverted, well, since now it's at the top part, which is bearish, this is distribution. So DIA can, you know, just flash crash pretty quick. But we'll see. The next level I'm probably looking at for DIA is around 517, which is this same breaker structure level that we had around the 15th of June. So that's a month away, well, a month ago. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move into VIX. So for VIX, we have so I already warned the Rue and the Wolf Empire that we're about to probably have 10 days of hell in the market. So when you're in profit, take profit faster than you have been, because, you know, VIX has confirmed itself that it wants to go higher. So I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. So we had a arc candle on 2 days ago. All right. Now we had a 12 reclaim yesterday. And then we had a floating candle today that went $2.04, which is above its natural daily ATR of $1.85. And we closed above the WTMA cloud, which is this one right here. We closed above that, and we closed over two versions of the 200 cloud. So now we did perform a buy side sweep on a lower time frame. Let's see what time frame that was. Those in the trap know I was calling this out all week. Let's see if we got a change of character. Okay, there goes a change of character right there. I'm trying to find, see if we got an order block that runs across. Ah, there it is. So you can see in the 1 hour, we had a 1 hour supply, and then we came up and swept it. Instant rejection. All the stocks, surged for just a little minute, and then we came to reclaim his 12, and then that's when the rest of the day, all the stocks basically lost all of the gain that they earned today. So that's what I got on VIX. Oh, actually, that's not what all I got on VIX. The levels I got for VIX that was next was 20, 2068, and where was it? 22. Well, I'm actually just gonna say 23, because when it does surge through this, it's gonna make an exaggerated move like that one, and then just buy side sweep. So those are my 3 levels on VIX. Anybody got any questions so far? So you look at the weekly chart to see if it's breaking down. I look at every time frame. So you'll have different time frames that conflict with each other, but the higher time frames always, set your bias. So if a weekly is looking like this, and then let's go right here. So right here, for Meta, for an example, right? So you see the monthly is technically bearish, right? But if you look at the weekly, we just reclaimed the 12, bouncing off the 200. So you will see the reversal on the smaller time frames first before the higher time frames start to, lag behind, and vice versa if it was breaking down. So like, if we go back to the month, what's this? October 2025, and I go back to the weekly. Let's see, October 2025, right here. Right up in here. So you see how you see this move faster on the weekly than on the month. So on the month, it did this huge, wide arc like this, versus the weekly, which is, encompassed inside of the monthly. So you'll see the move faster on the weekly versus the monthly, and then the daily versus the weekly, and vice, and so on and so on. So let's see if I got this arc right. See what I'm saying? Hopefully. Ooh. All right, so on the monthly of Meta today was the day to trade Meta. So on the monthly, here we go again with that. On the monthly, Meta is currently reclaiming. Oh yeah, no problem. It's currently reclaiming the 12 in May. So now it's just stuck in the 12 cloud. I mean, it's starting to arc already. I can already see it. So I'm pretty sure the 2 week is already arcing. Yep, just like that. So we just reclaimed it on the 2 week. So if you look at every time frame on down, you'll see that the bullish action has taken over for Meta. All Meta has to do is basically reclaim the 200 on those smaller time frames, and it is going to skyrocket soon. Especially since they just got a deal with Anthropic, which is going to probably catapult their stuff even higher. All right, so let's look at the week. All right, so on the weekly, all we had was we had multiple taps on the 200 moving averages. I would even say a sell side sweep right here in March. We came back down to try to revisit that level, same level last month. So now, since we're surging up on the weekly time frame, we have a fresh inverse arc candle last week, July 6th, with super crazy bullish action at, you know, a little bit of higher volume, and it reclaimed the 12 EMA, which is this red to blue line. And now what's special about Meta on the weekly is that we have not a WTMA, but a 12 EMA crossing over the WTMA cloud, which, you know, produces those parabolic like moves. So I would even say that the move that was produced last week was because of this moving average crossing over this other moving average. This is basically the Wolf Charts version of a golden cross scenario. So when you see this, you will see the parabolic moves happen way more often. So I can just probably let's go down here. So right down here, once we cross this, it's just all craziness, right? So that's what we look for. You can see right here too. So cross down. That was what? How many weeks? September 2021 all the way to October 2022. That's a year and 13 months. So that's where you want to get your leaps. On the daily time frame, we are digging into a daily fair value gap, bouncing off the 200 versions, all three versions of the 200, and retesting the 12 EMA on the daily time frame. So that is a lot of confluence right there to, you know, make a potential bounce. We called out, where is it? Let's see. What time was it? So Sean called out the sell side sweep. I don't know what time he did it, but I called it at 9:41 this morning. Hey, sell side sweep on Meta. I think Sean called it out like maybe 20-30 minutes before I did, right? So with us saying a sell side sweep, right? So it was on the 1 hour time frame. I saw the 30 minute. This is what I was looking at, the 30 minute off of a 200 bounce. So I was thinking, hey, we're going to come down to this 200 retest and then bounce, which we did. But on his 1 hour chart, we had a order block. I'm going to show you in real time what it looks like. Come on. All right. So we got a 1 hour trigger right here. Got an order block right here, right? So he said, hey, watch for the sweep at, he said 628. All right, there go the gap down. Boom. 631. Boom, 626. And then it starts to go up, right? Boom. He made this much in that 1 hour candle. 5,200 for catching that sell side sweep. So that's the capabilities of the Wolf chart. I know I've been egging on and on to people who don't have it, but I'm like, hey man, look, get it. I had my wife in this, but we got in a little bit too early. You know, she's at home trading. We got in about right here when I thought it was about to start sweeping off of this 200. And before it even reached this other 200, I told her to cut it because I don't want her to, you know, go through so much down like drawdown. So we got out of it with minimal loss, and As soon as my phone rung about Anthropic news and the sell side sweep started to happen, I was like, man, we just missed out on $1,400. Pascal, how you doing, man? So yeah, if you were in one of our cohorts, you definitely would have saw this meta sell side sweep call out. I even put it in big font just so you can see it even better. Oh yeah, that's why I'm late now, Pascal. I stayed an hour later today. So from the day trader perspective, Meta was the way to go on this one. For swing possibilities, I mean, it's all right. Let me check Wolf Trend Hunter. Let's see what Wolf Trend Hunter. Bull C. So this is an early, basically this is an early, reversal attempt. So you can see it on the monthly, where you start to see the WTMA and the 12 start to, tango. Then once you start to see that curl, the parabolic move will already start to happen on Meta. So, but in the environment we are in, VIX is over 1850. We should take profit earlier than later. On the monthly chart of Google, that dude's out. All right, looking at Google on the monthly, we're still holding a 12, so I mean that's good. We did tap the signal line once, and then it rejected off of the previous day low. So that high was made, but that low was made yesterday. But that's previous day low. Never mind. Yeah, so we tapped the WTMA signal and then rejected down. Let's go to the weekly. There we go. So looking at the weekly on Google. So basically, the WTMA is acting as resistance right now. So I know my trappers been seeing this. I've been like, hey man, Google ceiling is at 375. I've been saying that for a week, and boom, every time it came up to 375, boop, rejected. So Wolf chart is unmatched. So for the weekly, we just gonna keep rejecting off of the WTMA until we reclaim that 12. Last week it reclaimed it, but with a bearish candle. And as you can see, we gapped down on this week, spiked up, dropped all the way back down. So Google is not, Google needs to close over 377 for it to be able to swing comfortably. Actually, let's even go 383 because it'll be over the WTMA cloud. So yeah, that's the weekly. And this is how correlation works on the Wolf chart. So you see this arc right here, right? So the WTMA tracks liquidity. So if I just go over here, draw a rectangle from this WTMA line, what do you know? It comes down, takes this liquidity, spike back up. This is how the Wolf chart works. This thing is crazy. And if you wanna, be, super technical, but this is how it works. You just grab the top of the WTMA and the bottom of the WTMA. Do you enter trades when candles enter the WTMA cloud or wait for the mount or dismount? I definitely wait. I wait till the 12 clears it first. So just for reference, right? Let's see. I'm gonna skip to Velo right quick, but I'm gonna go on a smaller time frame. Let's see. So you see this Marubozu candle on this week, right? So you see all bullish action this week. Let's see if we see it on a 2 hour right here. So You can see on the 2 hour, we came down, got to change the character. We cleared the 200. And then boom, we got this crossover over the WTMA Cloud, which is a level 3 candle too. Level 3. So we got the trend line. We got every piece of correlation known to man. This is what you call a full stack, right? So you got the the monthly up, 2 week up, 3 week up, 1 week up, 3 day up. Every time frame is pointing the same way, right? So this is what you call a full stack, like a like this is an A+++ trade, right? So if we go down to the 2 hour, you could have got in down here off of a simple. You get the arc right here. You got a 12 reclaim as well. You claim the 200. You claim the WTMA Cloud. You literally could have got in at the top of at the conquer of this trend line and never experienced any drawdown. See what I mean? This thing crazy. How do you know to look at this on other time frames? Hey, every wolf in here can tell you better flip through them time frames. Cause okay, so say for instance, Pascal, right? So if you come in on a fresh 2 hour inverse arc, no, actually I'm gonna do something that's conflicting because this stack is actually too bullish. So you can't even find conflicting, time frames. So let's go back to Meta. Was I on Meta or on Google? I was on Google. All right, here we go. Actually, yeah, this is a prime example. So this is how you know you'll get faked out, right? So you see where this 1 day trigger is, right? But I'm on the 2 hour time frame. So the way our system is that we have a supply and demand indicator that basically tells you, hey, this candle needs to close above this supply in order for it to move. So if you come in and be like, man, I'm just gonna wait for a 2 hour, I'm gonna get in early. You gonna get in on a 2 hour that closes above this supply and you gonna get smacked. So this indicator right here basically tells you, hey man, let me go ahead and look at the daily. And then you look at the daily, and now you see the WTMA Cloud coming down and this trend line coming down. So you're like, okay, so I do have to wait at least until this daily candle closes above this trigger, which is above 360, 376 even right here, right? So it's right here. And we have a historical resistance as well. So I already knew Google wasn't gonna go past 375 whatsoever. But once you do get over 376, this VRVP gap over here is pretty nice, and it could just boom to 380, 382 extremely fast. Take profits because you're gonna come up here to this WTMA Cloud and you're gonna get smacked. It's gonna probably perform a buy-side sweep. Buy-side sweep on a lower time frame. But Pascal, we didn't vote on it yet. Never mind. I'm gonna wait. But Pascal, before you got here, you and N5, so I'm going over these 15 tickers, and then afterwards, I'm going to get a vote on the polls. Everybody viewing the setups, they're gonna vote on the polls for the top 5 tickers, and we're gonna run a trade plan on them. So, Pascal, guess what? We don't have to look at every time frame if we have a trade plan, right? So Black Wolf is Sean the Wolf's AI that you literally only have to take snapshots of the monthly, the 2 week, the week, the 3 day. You can do how many you want to get, as much correlation as you want. You feed it to Black Wolf. Black Wolf builds you a comprehensive trade plan, and this thing don't miss. It built me Velo. Just to show you proof. It built me Velo. This was a yesterday when this was a refresh playing 3-5. Oh, never mind. I didn't do another one, but I already knew what it was looking like. So I'm just gonna go to this one anyway, to my last one. And then let's go to Velo right quick. Boom. Let's go to the daily. So the way the wolf chart. Crystal, how you doing? Hope you're having a blessed Friday. So look here, right? So a traditional trader will look at this Velo. I'm gonna take this one off too, because this was yesterday. I made this trade plan yesterday. A traditional trader will look at this and be like, man, I ain't chasing that, man. Why would I get in it? It's already ran up, blah, 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 right? All right. I gave Black Wolf all of the time frames that I needed. Black Wolf said, hey, all of these time frames are bullish. Green, 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 green. This is straight up, hey, interstate, full go. All right. It gives you a narrative. It gives you the A+ trigger. So no order block overhead. So no bearish order block above it whatsoever. So it say, hey, wait for a 2-hour close above 297.42. Or you can get a retest at 290 to 292. I'm just rounding off the numbers. And then a deep discount would be 285 to 288. Or this would be the acceptance, which is the breakout, the breakout continuation, right? Of 297 to 300. All right, let's see what Velo did today on the 2-hour. I'm just gonna go to the 2-hour. Let's see. Come on. Should get a shallow arc. Oh, that boy good. All right, so this is the opening candle, which is 8:30. All right, and it dropped down to 294.19. 294.19. So let's see right here. So it's a retest. It came down. It didn't dip all the way down to 292, but I mean, you already see the trend. The trend was super bullish. So you would look at the chart and be like, oh, all it did was retest the WTMA cloud, and it's still holding the WTMA. I think I'm good to go. And even if you're not even comfortable with trading under the WTMA, you look at the hourly or the 30-minute. Watch this. It's gonna be. You see the shallow pullback. Boom. Arc candle. Reclaim. This could have been your entry yesterday at 2:00, and you never would have experienced any downside. Boop. You'd have got up today and you'd be like, man, it said 303. Well, if you want to know what your price targets are, 297 to 300, 302 to 303.20. Price target 2 achieved within 8 hours of you taking the trade. I'm gonna go ahead and clip some of them and let the others run. That's how the system works. Insanity. Oh, man, I'm crazy. You know what? I didn't even press play on the replay mode, man. That's insane. My bad. Now I gotta go back to that candle. All right, here we go. My bad. So it opened up up here at TP3 already, came back down to retest the breaker structure level. So it came all the way down to 302, and then you would have got in because you clearly see that it's just retesting this breaker structure, which was an all-time high, a WTMA liquidity level, shallow inverse arc, all of that correlation. And then at the end of the day, it just surged up, $2.50 on the last candle. That's crazy. But yeah, Velo, man, Velo is crazy. And honestly, I saw the Velo trade on 710. So remember I was talking about that 12 and the WTMA crossover. Let's go to the 1 day. This is what produces those parabolic moves every time 12 EMA crosses the WTMA. Bam! So once it crossed that line, you already see that it went up $35 in 7 days. I rest my case. But I definitely called it super early. All right. What is next? NVIDIA. All right. NVIDIA. GG, I'm trying to tell you, man. On the monthly, Google still holding the WTMA. I mean, not the WTMA, but the 12. So that's good. I'm pretty sure all the tech sectors is gonna be looking the same on the monthly time frames, unless you're Apple. On the weekly, we got the WTMA acting as resistance. We just closed below the 12 EMA, so this can continue down in the short term, unless we get a taco trade like Monday or something. Looking on the daily, yeah, we definitely lost the 12 EMA, but NVIDIA was one of those ones that did a crazy sell side and buy side sweep today. So you see it closed out as a doji as a full day. So all that means is it's just chopping. So with VIX being over 18 and a half, it used to be 20, but in the environment we are currently in, 18 and a half is that number where you want to take your profits and secure those very fast. Especially where if you saw me go over the VIX chart, you definitely would have saw what I mean about it. So NVIDIA did a sell side sweep today. Let's see if we find some correlation. Oh, there it is. So if you just on the 30-minute chart, you like to trade the 30-minute chart for whatever reason, it don't matter. You would have saw this order block here. Well, NVIDIA gapped down right above this order block. And then it pressed on down, press. And you'll be like, man, this should be a sell side sweep opportunity. Well, once you start seeing this candle surge back up with so much aggression, you'll be like, okay, yeah, that's a sell side sweep. I'm gonna get in. You would have got in, went straight up to a buy side sweep at the 12 EMA and the WTMA. That is where you exit in that case, because you're already in a downtrend on a smaller time frame. If you're day trading, you get in on a sweep. Soon as you tap that 12 EMA, get on up out of there. Get out. But even if you would have held it, you would have, you know what I'm saying, you would have lost some of your gains right here, but you would have gained them right back. But if you're day trading, that theta kicks in, and you definitely wouldn't have made as much if you would have, sold up here and then re-entered when it came back, So that's NVIDIA. NVIDIA is, it's decent. It's respecting trend lines for sure in the 200. Right now, it's just in a consolidation state. It definitely made a lower high in the short term. So you definitely don't want to go full bull mode on NVIDIA right now. Do not catch the knife. I repeat, do not try to catch the knife. Let's see. Tesla. Ooh wee. It's still holding the trend line that I drew. So looking at Tesla, definitely bearish on the monthly. So I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure that this WTMA cloud is going to hold up Tesla unless some rate hikes come up into play, because sometimes Tesla trade in tech, sometimes Tesla trades in consumer. In today's stock market, I'm pretty sure it traded as a consumer. Yep, It traded as a consumer today. So that's why it's been, you know, crashing out over this past week and month. Let me make that a little bigger too. All right, here we go. So looking at the week. All right. So this is how you get the full stack, right? So you got the monthly, which is, you know, it's bullish in, you know, macro sense, but you can clearly see the WTMA is curling down, which is bearish. You can see that we're reclaiming the 12 as well. Only saving grace is this WTMA cloud and this liquidity level of 356. Now you go to the week, arcing down again. Now that this week is closed, we've successfully reclaimed this 12 EMA to the downside. How do you know that Tesla trading consumer? Let's see. I got you, fam. Where is? Here we go. Which consumer is it? That's the question. Let me know if y'all see the Tesla symbol. Because if you think of like Ford, right? The you know, the automotive ticker, every time they announce you know, hikes, rate hikes, Ford plummets. Let's see where it's at. Oh, it shouldn't be in Staples. I'm tweaking. It's one more consumer, dude. Let's see. XLY, I'm missing that one. Wow, that's insane. I'm glad you just asked me that. You just saved my dashboard. Boom. That's insanity. All right. Let's go here. Let's see. Yep, right. Hey, look at that. That's how you know what sector stuff are in. Like, so you what you want to do is, I mean, you can do what I did right here. So basically, I just made an 8 grid of all of the sectors within SPY, right? So if you got the sector dashboard, all of this is SPY. So this is energy, real estate, you know, and so on and so on. So what I did is transfer all of these into a grid where I can visually look at the charts on whatever time frame I want, right? So all of these are on the weekly time frames. So that's how I know what's going to run, you know, beforehand, right? So obviously consumer discretionary is stupid bearish. So it does not make sense for me to buy calls in Walmart or Costco or stuff like that. So you go over here to energy, you get a brand new 12 reclaim for this week with a little more room to run. So this is just on the weekly time frame. So if I go to the 3-day, we get a look at that. Fresh bullish arc, reclaiming the 12. You go to the daily, guess what? You get way more. You get arc candle, reclaim, pull back, surge up. That's how you do that. Ford and GM are planning to make weapons for the government again. Oh, bro, not this military grade crap, bro. That is the worst gimmick ever, especially being on the other side of that military grade stuff and everything falling apart. Trash. Definitely was not fun times. So yeah, Tesla is trading in line with consumers right now. Momentum, definitely add that to your toolbox. Add that 13 grid. No, not 13. I think it's 11. I want to say it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Add that 11 grid watch list, right? So I just put it in another tab so I don't have to ever move it. So I got the overall market right here, and then I have all of the sectors. So definitely add that. And then looking at the daily on Tesla, we are attempting to sweep. So next week, you know, Tesla can, you know, drop all the way down to around 269 or 265 and then do an aggressive move back up. That's where you want to take your day trades because, you know, yes, it's in the downtrend, but you have 2 order blocks that, you know, smart money is going to try to defend those zones. And once, you know, price start to get in those zones, well, they're not going to want to lose money that they put in over here. So once price comes down, and it'll probably go right under where everybody's stop losses are at, and then they're gonna do a stop loss hunt, and they gonna drive price right back up, and you'll be like, man, I just got stopped out. They just took your liquidity. That would just happen. I need to make a second cheat sheet. I might put one out for the cord actually. Sell side sweep. Yep, man. Dude, those things are powerful. That what happened to Meta today. So let's go to Amazon. Amazon actually holding up pretty decent. So we reclaimed it. Well, I ain't gonna say we reclaimed it yet, but we're currently above the signal line on the WTMA, holding the 12 EMA and holding this breaker structure level that we had from October. So that is good. So basically this is just a huge break, pullback, retest. So Amazon can go from here. Let's see. Looking at the weekly, right now the WTMA is acting as resistance on the weekly time frame. It did look promising yesterday, and then I don't know what happened. I think everything just started selling off at the second half of the day. The Korean market was down like crazy, and then they didn't open today. So I mean, that's a liquidity issue as well. So looking at the week, I mean, we definitely came down. We did lose the 12, but now we have reclaimed it. So now we're just stuck in limbo until Amazon clears 250. Once they clear 250, they can make a huge move up. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the 3-day because I know an inverse arc is there. So even on the 3-day, we're still holding the 12 EMA, but we are getting resistance inside of the WTMA cloud. So for those who don't know, think of the WTMA cloud as a band of WTMAs. So the thinner it is, the tighter that resistance is, right? And then the wider that it is, you got more space in between. That's how you see prices like gap up, pop, stay still, pop up again, consolidate, pop up like that. So let's see if I can find an example. I want to find a thin cloud version. Okay, right here. I'll try this. J-O-G. Mr. Thin Ben himself. All right, so right here. So like, just say that there's, I don't know how many, like 5 WTMAs running through here, right? You already saw how WTMAs can act as resistance in the first place. So now think of a whole bunch of them being a band of resistance. Once you break that, you already see we got a change of character. Boom, buy side sweep. We came back down to it, but you can see that we hold certain levels within that cloud because WTMAs are running in it in line. So once we reclaimed it again, we reclaim the WTMA from outside of the WTMA cloud. Boom, parabolic. What's this? From 100 to, I'm just going to stop at the cloud, to 126. 100 to 126 in 78 days. So those are your typical, 3-month swingers anyway. So you definitely would have made some cash. Let's go to the 1 day. 1 day looked pretty straight. I wouldn't say it's crazy bad. We did get an equal high. We did get a change of character 2 days ago. And then we got this buy side sweep and a rejection off of a trend line. And then what's caused the pullback. So you saw, we gapped under the 12 EMA and then we made a surge back up and then we pulled back just a little bit. But for this day, we did reclaim the 12 EMA. Well, we did hold the 12 EMA. So now Amazon is in that state where it can either consolidate or come back down to this 200, which lines up with this previous week low, this WTMA cloud, or we can go up higher once it clears 250 because the VRVP nodes taper off right there, which would make 253, 254 the immediate first target of Amazon. Oh man, the old forbidden ticker. All right, MU, still bullish on the month. This the only one you probably gonna get. I've been ringing the alarm for too long. Oh, okay, you got another one. Okay, 3 week, but you can see that the 2 week and 3 week is starting to falter. Here is the weekly. We are about to print a fresh bearish arc on MU. That ain't good for the memory people. 3 day is already, the move has been made. You could have got in shorts on this this rejection up at around 1,032. Let it close right here. It would have gapped down. Boom, drop down, pop back up. You be like, oh, okay, I'm still straight. I got in at the top, cool, whatever. And then blam, right here, just straight hammer, hammered $134 in those 9 days. Nope, 3 days. I forgot. It's just three-day candle just started. So yeah, MU memory in general, all it's doing is printing a lower high. As of right now, it is definitely cooling off that parabolic run that it did do. I called 850 last week. No, actually, I called 850, 815 yesterday, and I just want y'all to know that the boy ain't rusty. It went down to 803. So that was today too. It opened at 822, dropped down, then popped up. But as you can see, when I started calling out VIX, you got the inverse arc. Yeah, that's cool. But the VIX was spiking up on a 2 hour. And I was like, hey, start taking profit faster. And as soon as VIX spiked, MU and all the memory gave back all of the gains that they had today. Let's just see how much it actually went up. So it went up 51 bucks from yesterday's close. And it went back down $55 the next two candles, the next two 2 hour candles. So memory ain't looking too hot right now. Here, I know people want to buy, but stop trying to fade the pop up. If you gonna buy, fade the pop up. Ooh, BE looks interesting. So for BE, monthly is still holding the 12 EMA. Going ahead looking at the week. So claimed the 12 last week on the bearish arc. And we almost had a floating candle, a floating bearish candle on BE this week. So all of my woofers know, stackers know, floating candles, aka a displacement candle, shows you, hey man, this move is for real. And what even shows you, you know, with even more conviction that the move is real is that the ATR tracker over here is on aggressive. So when you have an aggressive, you know, notification, that's saying, hey man, I ain't playing. I'm getting sold off seriously. So let's just see what it looks like on the daily time frame, right? So you see low volatility on the daily time frame. So let's go back to replay mode on these choppy days just to see if it's aggressive or not. So this is before the choppy days. I'm gonna go next. Somehow that's aggressive. Oh, let me go to one speed. I just want to see. Yeah, see how it goes low volatility, and then once it's surging, strong momentum. So strong momentum tells you when the breakouts are occurring, either to the upside or downside. So once it breaks a pattern, that strong momentum will pop up. But it does have to hit a certain threshold for the ATR to kick on as volatility, like as the status upgrades, because you know BE moves $30 a day, and today it only went up $8. So that is not a parameter for it to, you know, kick on. So yesterday it moved $32. Let's see. Oh, it's not on aggressive. Oh, it's not on aggressive yesterday. Oh, that's weird. It probably was on a lower time frame though. Yeah, BE is at a spot where it can look like it can bounce back up, but keep in mind that BE is a part of IWM. So they didn't suffer as a huge of a downfall as SPY and QQQ. You had some shares at 135. Oh, buy and hold. I know you were sick when it hit 345 or 350. I know you were sick. You're like, oh, Jose. All right, here go another crazy bullish full stack ticker, which is Apple. I provided a trade plan for that one as well, but I did that one a little bit early on. I think I did one like last week, and then another one this week. That's the yesterday when I ranked those. Yesterday again, yesterday. We've been talking about Apple for a while. 714. So that was what? Tuesday. Let's just go on Tuesday. So how low we going? Man, wait for the confirmation up, my boy. Wait for the confirmation. Don't trade off of a candlestick. I'm gonna tell you that much. As you can see on this daily chart, the only thing we got, if I can get this rectangle, man, say going up on a Tuesday. Hey, look, this is the only thing you got on the daily time frame that's holding it up. You lose 793, you gonna come down to 740. So don't try to call a bottom, please. These tickers too high beta. It moves $85 a day on average. Do not try to catch the bottom, because you will get caught slipping. Trade the trend. Every pop-up, you could have shorted it. You can see on this chart, every time it came up and touched the 12 or this WTMA, it just dropped every time. Boop, boop, every time. So there is no, you know, inkling of, hey, buy calls. Let's check the 2-hour actually. You might get an inverse arc. Might. But now you're under the 200. So you almost got an arc. That's gonna unravel and that's gonna come back down. You see, we got this 2-hour demand loss as well. It ain't looking too good for memory right now. Oh man, Jose. Oh yeah, I forgot you said you were gonna be late. I'll look at Oracle for you. So far, on the tickers that I did go through, which trade plans y'all want me to to build for those? You gotta put Valero and Apple on there. I would hope that those two are the clearest charts that's probably in this entire list. My top watch, I rank mine every time I do a batch of them. So let me see. Let's see. I know Apple on my top one, Valero on my top one. Yesterday. Apple, Pan W, KO disappointed, but not fully. You know, if you read the trade plan, you would have known to wait for that 8 hour to close over that on extended hours. I've been saying that all morning. Apple, Pan W for sure. Valero, I had a Valero plan. I don't know why I didn't rank. Oh, it's probably I did it the day before or Monday. It was one of those other days, but I only ranked the ones that I did last night. So Pan W, Apple, Valero, and I want to say it was Visa. Yeah, Visa. I can get Dram lower, LOL. Yeah, you definitely gonna get it lower for sure. I got a put sale 580 for June. Put sale. Man, you selling options? Ooh wee. You dangerous. You dangerous. That was Apple. Okay, here we go, Apple. So, all right, we about to go over Apple, right? All right, I got a full built trade plan on my chart for Apple right now. All right, so this is the most current one, which is the one I built last night. So we can see the progress of that actual trade plan in action. All right, so monthly, clearly bullish, not even a chance. Let's pull out Wolf Trend Hunter. Let's see what it says. Bull B. I mean, that's fine. It's only saying B because the monthly did not close yet. So once that monthly closes, this will upgrade to a Bull B. Because we confirm off a candle closes. All right, so clearly bullish. Weekly, clearly bullish. 3-day, bullish. Daily, bullish. So you can see that it's holding a 12 and a WTMA on all of those time frames. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go back to my trade plan that I built last night. Boom. Refresh. You can see it refreshed because I already built one. Actually, should I use my old one? I should use my old one. Yeah, let's do that. 714. That was 2. Yeah. Nope, that's max. My bad. Come on, come on, come on. All right, Apple was number 9. That's insane. Apple was number 9. All right, 7-4. 7-4. So let's go back to 7-4. All right. This was the confirmation I was looking at back then. So we had a fresh inverse arc, 12 reclaim, and a Marubozu on the daily. All we did is hit the tip of that WTMA cloud, and then we pull back just a slight pinch. I'm talking about like 50 cents. Not even a substantial pullback to even call it a pullback, right? So it said your entry parameters It said no order block overhead, which we did not. This is a supply zone. This is not an order block. So that is correct. All right. We got the A plus trade is a 4-hour that closes over 316 with 2 follow through candles. So let's go down to the 4-hour. You see 308. All right. Because it's encompassing this this supply right here and this order block on a 4-hour. So see, it's going up. It's going up. It rejected at the order block, right? Let's see where that 316 candle at. All right, there it is. 4-hour close over 316, 18. 316, 4-hour close is the parameter. You could have either waited for a pullback here, or you could have just hopped in and just managed your trade. So now we just gonna hit play. And then the target prices was 320, 328, 335, and then 348. Consolidation, boom. And now you hit 335. Now you in TP2 of the old trade plan, which you would have made a killing already. Now we're in a brand new, fresh trade plan, which requires a 2-hour close above, what's this level? 334.75. Oh yeah, facts. But Apple was not trading with the market whatsoever. It did whatever it wanted to. When VIX spiked, Apple spiked. I kid you not. So yeah, that's how you utilize a trade plan. What's next? Oh, Velo. I think we kind of went over Velo. Oh yeah, we actually went over that trade plan. So yeah, never mind. VRT been getting smacked. Oh, did I if you ain't in the Discord, go ahead and go ahead and click that link right there. Go ahead and click that right there and join the home of the stackers. It's gonna be a pinned message so you don't lose it. See, somebody joined. Patron, BTC, Future, appreciate joining the room. Hopefully you learn something. Yeah, hopefully you will learn something. You will learn something. Watch. All right. VRT holding the 12 EMA. It's kind of holding the signal. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Nope, it's not holding the signal right now. We do have an aggressive move down right now. It is currently down. How much is this? $45 on a month. Just for reference, it moves $46 a month. So it is $1 away from its full ATR in a month and only been trading 2 weeks of the month. So we already know that pullback is substantial because it is on pace to double its ATR right now. And that's not even including the wick, the high and low of it. Because the high is 338 and the low is 372, which is 60 something bucks, 64 bucks. So well over the ATR actual value. Looking at the week, we got the WTMA and the 12 acting as resistance. So we just reclaimed the 12 for the downside move. But before you fully go bearish, we do have a fair value gap that extends out. Like, you don't want to, Oh yeah, GG. Good stuff. Have a good weekend. So right now, VRT made this crazy move down, hit this VRVP high node area, and then pop back up, which correlates with this fair value gap on a weekly time frame. And then also we had a daily sweep and a daily 200 retest. So those were all the indications that you could have saw with the wolf chart that, hey man, VRT can actually pop up right here. And you would have saw that, you know, it came all the way down to 273, all the way up to 296 just today. That's $23 move. And then it closed out being down $4.55, which is insane. The power of VIX. Oh, Baba. Ooh, I don't like this monthly chart. I can go ahead and delete that line right there. Looks, it's from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's trying to make a bullish recovery. Let's see. The monthly does not look good to me, but there's no telling. It's probably like some daily confirmation that saying, hey, I'm gonna reverse. So let's dig a little deeper. 2 weeks, still unimpressed. All right, the weekly. Okay, that's where we're starting to get some traction, right? So you got so VRT, we should get a pop-up next week. I don't time it, dog. The chart. The pop-up was today. So now you gotta pay attention to VIX, because if you don't pay attention to VIX and the VIX spike up and you get in some calls in VRT, you gonna get slammed on your head. So Alibaba on the weekly time frame is currently trying to reclaim the 200 and the 12 EMA. But it just made a fair value gap, so it can leave a trail of fair value gaps and go up until it sweeps at around 134 and then 150. 6 and 4 hour range. Yep. Looking at the daily on Baba, so we had, man, this thing gaps up so crazy. It's like it gaps up and then like just dojis out for the rest of the day. I don't understand it. So we got a inverse arc on the 7th, and then they had news. They gapped up like crazy, reclaimed the 12. No pullback occurred, so we just went up, consolidated just slightly, gapped up again. Now we're pulling back to the signal line, and you should probably do a trade plan on Baba. Just saying, I behoove you for doing a trade plan, because we are quickly approaching range. Let's go in the 8 hour and extend. Oh my. There we go. All right, here we go. So the 8 hour extended. So you already see that we sweeping off of the 200. So now we just in the consolidation phase. So if you get a brand new inverse arc toward the upside, we had to break 119.30, 122.50, and then that can magnetize us up to 127. ANET still one of the kind of top plays right now, honestly. It's doing way better than the other tech sector or AI sector tickers that I've went over. So on the monthly, it's actually holding the WTMA and signal along with its breaker structure level. So on the month, it looks good. On the weekly, we came down, retested the 12 EMA and the WTMA cloud, and then popped back up, closing over the WTMA signal line. So that's pretty good for ANET, because I know ANET kind of did like a little rally move today, which is good that it wants to hold this 12 EMA. All right, looking at the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour, because I know it's an order block gonna be, yep, right here. So on the 4 hour, so I did a trade plan on ANET last night. I wish people would have saw it. Oh my goodness. So basically Black Wolf already saw that it was trending down, and it gave D-Term, appreciate the join. Let's see. Boom, ANET. It was number 6 out of my trade list. And this is the trade plan from yesterday. So it was mapped only because it was ambiguous on time frames, but it didn't matter. It still tells you the parameters to enter. So it was in the inactive zones that it came to today, that where you got the discount. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it went to the discount area, which was a 200 retest and a bullish order block retest. So the discount zone was 160 to 160.96 to 164 and 34 cents. So that's a 3-day gate plus a 2-hour gate. All right, so you look at this zone, it actually went under that zone, and then once it reclaimed, which was at the 200, it just surged up. So this one candle went from 157.18 all the way to 171. 13-14 bucks off of a single candle where you could have just in and out, bam. You get in at the sweep, you get out at the top because you're headed towards resistance of this band of WTMAs on the 4-hour. You get out, you like, man, I just made $2,000 off of something that only had to hold for 30 minutes. Let's see how long it surged up. Actually, it surged up a little. Let's see. 3.5 hours, it went up 1386. So you would have made a stupid amount of money. So yeah. So right now, ANET is in a, what zone was this? 168. It had, let's see where it is. Oh, here we go. A retest. Basically it's in a retest entry area right here. So still prime to go. So you probably want to refresh in the ANET trade plan. NVO has a monthly inverse arc. It just got rejected by the 12 EMA right now. But once it clears that 12 EMA, it can make a serious move. It already had the WTMA and the 12 crossover occur 3 weeks ago. You got to change the character, no pullback yet. It's just consolidated. So now we're holding the WTMA. And if you look left, look left and right. So you got WTMA level up here, which is at 58.23. And then if you look right, if you clear, what's this? 50.75-ish, price can accelerate fast straight up to this $58 level. So and NVO is a very cheap play. When I say very, I'm talking about you can buy like 50 contracts for probably like $1,500 and then cash in and cash out very fast once it starts to make that move. But you definitely want to be in position. And with even more conviction, we have the daily time frame, which you line up the order block on the left edge. You get, so this is what I teach all my students. So if you get this very flat WTMA bearish arc and you get a very shallow inverse arc, it's almost like a no-brainer that it's gonna go crazy, right? So you got one right here, right? You got a flat WTMA, inverse arc, boom. And right here on the daily time frame for Novo, you have no resistance whatsoever all the way up to 58 minimum. All right, because all of this is just one candle. So you have no resistance blocking you from making that move. And you already you got a golden cross, a traditional golden cross, which is the 12 over the 200. So NVO plan is still active right now. So it's in my Discord if you want to see it. KO, Ooh, that candle looks mean on the top, I tell you. Still holding the 12 though, and the WTMA. So hey, and the month isn't closed yet. We got 2 more weeks for it to close. So looks good on the monthly so far. On the week, we're holding the 12. Hey, the 12 is the trend. We're still holding it. Can't say nothing bad about it. All I can say is that we're gonna more than likely retest this, pop back above this breaker structure line again, just like we did last week. It came down, retest, pop back up. So I'm pretty sure next week we might get a pop up just to hold this level. If smart money does not hold that level, we can come down even further. Now today was a bearish engulfing candle. So I mean that's kind of some heavy conviction. However, consumer was in second to last place today. So I'm not gonna just write off Coca-Cola because it had one off day. So Mini Leap, hey man, hey, Coca-Cola one of them cheap ones too. No lie. And I believe it's in my discount zone from my trade plan. Just to make sure. Plans that I did last night too. Watch this rankings. KO. It was all green. It ain't all green no more with that pullback. Let's see. Retest. Oh, my bad. That's what I was looking for. It is currently at 81.56. So it's actually below my discount zone. So what I would want to do is build or basically give Black Wolf my current level of KO or Coca-Cola, and then he'd be like, oh, actually you can adjust your levels of entry based on this price action. So I can tell you right now that this WTMA, these double WTMA lines can springboard Coca-Cola back up because these are double lines of liquidity. So put Coca-Cola on standby. Dale did not retest the fair value gap. It's trying to print a doji, but that's fine. Looking at the week, we are inside of the WTMA. We retested the 12 and we retested this fair value gap. So far, we didn't get a spring up like we did last week. Ooh, here we go. As far as the daily time frame, we gapped down under this demand on the daily demand, came back down a little more all the way to 368, and then boom, swept that level. And that also correlates with the WTMA cloud that's just moseying along up here, and then we rejected off of this trend line. So as you can see, every indicator on this chart is there for a reason. Let's see. I want to see if there's an order block on a smaller time frame. It's probably gonna be on a 4 hour. Let's try 4 hour. Hey, that boy good. 4 hour. And you have a hidden 4 hour demand shelf as well. So you got double demand shelves. Come down, gap down, sweep instantly, get out the trade. Why? Because the WTMA coming right on down and smack it right back down. So that's how you want to trade in this VIX 18.5 environment. Tammy already heard the next song that came out. It released during the live. Dang it. Let's see. I know I've probably been going over Oracle. Woo. Jose, don't do it. Jose, don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, actually, Jose, since you're here, the new song is called Lock Candle Law. I don't know if you, this is definitely printing a lock candle, a floating candle. My bad. It's a locked in floating the song. It's gonna be the lock and it's gonna be the float. So yeah, don't do it yet. Do not try to time the bottom. Don't try to catch that knife. Don't catch that knife, my boy. I mean, ooh, wait a minute now. It is trying to sweep on the weekly. Well, it tried to sweep on the weekly and it didn't complete it. So it very well could open, gapped up and then just come back down. Do you have it on Apple Music? Not yet. I'm probably gonna release all of them as an album and then push them to other places. Yeah, hey, Jose, please don't, bro. I beggeth of you. Especially since we just cleared just 200. Absolutely not. That thing behaved well on the 15. Let me see. Oracle? Man, it's trying everything in its power too, dude. The man lost one day. The man lost one day. hey, man. Oh, hey, we should bounce right here, though. So, because this is the first time. No, it's not. Never mind. Don't do it. Because it was an order block somewhere right here. And since this closed under it, it just disappeared. You see that 1 day loss? It already went away. Don't do it. Don't do it. I ain't gonna be Shia LaBeouf and just yell, just do it. Please don't do it. You're gonna have to let that clear something. Oh, let me see. On the 15, let's see what the Hey, you're not lying. The 15 is like easily predictable to trade. You should be day trading Oracle at this point. So what I'm thinking, it's gonna come down. Well, Monday it's probably gonna try to sweep this low right here at 125. It's gonna hit the WTMA cloud and this order block at the same time, sweep, and then pop up about 128. Get out because VIX will be at freaking 20 by then, and then you rinse and repeat. You get in puts, boom, right it back down. I mean, Oh, Dell works good on the 15. Oh, it does. Tight WTMA in 12 the whole time. Really? Unless it does like a drastic drop. All right, JOG. All right. And then I'm going to go over GE. Actually, I'm going to post the trade plans in my Discord. I'm going to ask a question. Which trade plans do you want to see? I shouldn't do a poll. I should just ask a question. Yeah, Q&A. All right, let me know if y'all can see that Q&A up there. I don't know what button you have to press though to see it. All right, so let's go over GE. I already know that thing dropped something serious in the last couple weeks. Not too serious though. It only down $24. It's still holding the WTMA. That's good. It's bouncing off it's creating a fair value gap on the monthly time frame. So that's not too bad. Looking at the weekly, ooh, that's a good bounce. That's a good drop. I mean, that's a good rejection to a drop. So we got the 12 EMA coming up. It tapped the 12 EMA and it tapped the WTMA cloud, and it's still holding the 12 right now, which is the trend. And we held this change of character level by probably like a couple of cents. So basically, we have a pending cup and handle. Basically, a cup and handle pattern. So I'm gonna be looking at GE again. On the daily time frame, we did lose the 12 here. So we can bounce it around 330, which is the liquidity level for the WTMA and a bounce area for the WTMA cloud. And you can see where price accelerates down and then it hits these high nose area and bounce, which correlates with both of those levels as well. So GE just doing a, you know what I'm saying, just doing a slight pullback. Tammy, I see you saw the song already. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up. I'm about to so I asked a Q&A of what trade plans do everybody want to see in the Discord, and then I'll just post them in there. But yeah, I'm definitely about to wrap this up because I smell carne asada in the kitchen. So it is that time. And I've been on 2 hours. Wait, no way. 1 hour and 46 minutes. Yeah, yeah. It is about that time. Does anybody have any questions? Tammy, you missed the preview of the other one that's gonna come out. You missed it. It was at the beginning of the stream, and I mistakenly played it. But just since you showed up anyway, I'm gonna play it on the outro. So if I ain't got no questions, I'm about to wrap this thing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go eat me some good old food. I'll make sure. Let me check the. Okay, I don't see nothing. Cool. So yeah, if you got any questions, just hit me up in the Discord. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I can't see Discord at work. I can link. Can I link it in Patreon? If you gotta tag me, but if you say you better not say anything about Discord now, you gonna get smoked. Don't do it. Don't do it, dog. They don't like the word Discord in there. Oh yeah, Jose. Hey man. Hey, my pleasure. Oh yeah. I'm finna go ahead and get up out of here. Hey, just for Tammy and Brown Wolf, since y'all showed up late, I'm gonna go ahead and play the song on the outro. The not even the Lock Candle Law, because I just released that one, but the next song after that one, yeah, I'm gonna do that just for y'all. I'm up out of here. Y'all have a good and blessed weekend.
Look strong from where you standing. That's the point. Price grinding up and everybody comfortable. Green on the screen, make a man feel invincible. Candle after candle, ain't a soul selling nothing. The calmest part of the tape is right before something they calling the strength. I'm looking at the fuel, every stop above the top is a seat at the table. Supply sitting quiet with the lights turned off, or the block over here, but you don't see the wall. I ain't chasing it, I ain't calling it. I'm standing at the level while you falling in. Higher, nobody breathing. Higher, somebody leaving. That's a weak high. They ain't built that for you to get rich. They built it for you to get hit. That's a weak high. Everybody long at the top of a trap. I don't guess I sit. I don't chase, I wait. Then it reach for the ceiling and it sweep every week. Grab the whole crowd stops in a second and a half. Quick, arc, then the lock, then the float, then it's gone. Sequels telling the truth, why the news singing songs. Gate flip bare and it never said sorry. They still typing by the dip like it's part of the story. I ain't smart, I'm patient. That's the whole religion. Confirmation over prediction. That's the difference. Sit on your hand. Still the chart get permission. Weak high, take the greedy discipline, the admission. That's a weak high. They ain't built that for you to get rich. They built it for you to get hit. That's a weak high. Everybody long at the top of a trap. I don't guess I sit. I don't chase, I wait. The room gets small when the top get loud. Last one and paying for the whole crowd. It never looked like a trap while you inside. It looked like a win. That's how they hide it. Flow gone. Wolf ain't moved. Stay stacked.
Peace.